Another one, guys. Okay, we are live with another one. The mic is hot, guys. You already know what this is. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. We are here, guys. Okay, the last card of the year and the last card with ESPN is the end of an era. Congratulations to the UFC. Congratulations to Paramount. It's a new era starting in 2026, guys. But we got one more card, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and give you my UFC fight predictions. Rapid fire, guys. I'm gonna try to go in order here, okay? Here we go, guys. We got Teresa Blenda, okay? Teresa Blenda versus Jamie Horth. Okay, when it comes to Teresa, good. Guys, she's a good grappler. She's an okay striker, okay? She utilizes a good grappling, her good grappling to really take you down and control you. And somewhere in those lines, she looks for she looks to submit you. Um, she is 1-1, okay, in her last two fights, guys. The only thing that I'm worried about Teresa Blenda is that it's been 2 years. You know what I mean? Since she's actually stepped into octagon. I mean, it's all due to injury. So that's the only thing that keeps me from picking Teresa Blender, but we shall see. We got Jamie Horth, guys. Jamie Horth, phenomenal striker. All right, she's a good striker, good grappler, good mixed martial arts skills. She's a tough girl. 2-1 in her last three fights. But I like Teresa Blender, guys. I like Teresa Blender. I like her abilities. I like her abilities much more than Jamie Horth. And look, Jamie Horth is a tough one, but I'm gonna pick Teresa Blender to go in there. And even though it's been a long layoff, I think she's gonna be able to utilize that good grappling to control Jamie Horth on the ground, guys. All right, guys, I'm picking Teresa Blender, guys. Moving on, guys, we got Alan Fry, guys. Okay, Alan Fry versus Guilherme Pat. Okay, we got Guilherme Pat. When it comes to Guilherme Pat, look, he's a good striker. You know, his grappling is kind of in question. All right, not that good when it comes to his grappling. Now, Alan Fry, look, he's undefeated, has power in his hands. He's a good striker. And in this little time, I believe he's like 6-0. And in this little time, he's really been improving, which each and every fight. Okay. And let's not forget, Alan Fry is super athletic. And I think in order to beat Pat, Alan is gonna have to utilize that athleticism. Okay. I like Pat. I just don't like his grappling. His grappling is too much of a question mark, in my opinion. And I think Alan Fry, I think he's just better overall. You know what I mean? He's just super athletic, uh, running with this huge momentum, undefeated fighter, has power in his hands. He's most likely going to take this fight, guys. I'm gonna pick Alan Fry to take this fight against Pat. That is my pick, Alan Fry, guys. All right, moving on, guys. Okay, moving on, guys. All right, we're going through these UFC picks rapid fire today, guys. Okay, we got Luana Santos. Okay, Luana Santos versus Melissa Croden. Okay, Luana Santos, she is 2-1. Okay, in the last three fights. Good grappler. Okay, good grappler, and usually when she takes you down, she has great control, and that's how she usually wins the fight, is with that control. Okay. Luana Santos striking, though, is a huge question mark. That's definitely a hole in her game. And I think we're gonna see how Melissa actually approaches this because, to be honest with you, she's the opposite. Melissa Croden, she's a good striker. Okay, she's a big, big, massive female for that division. All right, she has power in her hands. She sometimes utilizes that power as well, but sometimes she doesn't. Okay, she has a good, nasty jab. She pokes it out. She pokes it out there. You know what I mean? That's basically her bread and butter. Uh, but when it comes to Melissa Croden, her grappling is in question. Unlike Luana Santos, her grappling is not in question. Good grappler, but in my opinion, you know what I mean. When it comes to Luana Santos, her striking is in question. But Melissa Croden, her 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 striking isn't in question. Her grappling is in question, to be honest with you. But we shall see. Love seeing favorites get humbled on recent cards. Marab was getting too annoying. Ah man, I like Marab, and it was a tough loss for him. I thought he was going to win that fight. I predicted him to win that fight, but unfortunately, he didn't. Guys, when it comes to Luana Santos and Melissa Croden, I think Melissa Croden is going to be able to go in there, utilize her good striking because every fight starts standing up, and I think she's going to be able to utilize her striking to beat Luana Santos. I understand Luana Santos is much much better grappler than Melissa Croden, but I think the striking is going to outdo the grappling, so I'm picking Melissa Croden to win that one, guys. All right, guys, we're running through this rapid fire. How you doing, country wild child? How you doing? Blessings to you guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. Like I always say, this is your channel, okay? I am just a pilot, guys, all right? The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Run up these likes, run up these subscriptions. Honestly, easier than going to your local ATM, guys, okay? Let me see. Pantoja thought he was invincible. Yeah, until he got a broken arm, right? Peter won every round, bro. Yet all judges gave Marab round one. Make that make sense. Honestly, I can't really make that make sense, to be honest with you. These judges need to be investigated, and the referees need to be investigated as well, guys. Okay. But moving on, guys, we got Sean Sherioff versus Steven Asbold. Asbold. When it comes to Sean, heavy hands, okay? With those heavy hands, what comes with heavy hands? KO power, okay? And not only KO power, but Sean is a former Marine. He has that tough guy built inside him, excuse me. And when it comes to Steven, I mean, Steven is a hell of a big guy, guys. For a big guy, he has good cardio, he has good striking. When it comes to his overall mixed martial arts skills, I think is actually better than Sean's. I know Sean, he comes with heavy hands, wild punches, former Marine. He's a dog, got a dog in him. Uh, but guys, I'm gonna go with Steven. I think Steven is gonna be able to go in there, utilize his size, utilize that good cardio, and most likely beat Sean later on in the rounds, guys. I'm gonna pick Steven to beat Sean, guys. That is my pick for that fight. All right, moving on, guys. We got Neil Magny. Okay, Neil Magny, the Neil Magny, guys. Okay, versus Eurosolve. Man, Eurosolve Amozov. Eurosolve Amozov. That's a tough one to say. Let me read some of these comments. Sup, thank you so much, man. Welcome to your channel and welcome to your community. Put Jesus Christ first. Lazy gamer, that's what's up. You got to put Jesus Christ first as well, okay? Hopefully you are. You know what I mean? You're not out there committing adultery. Do you think Umar gets next title shot, or will Marab get rematch due to multiple defenses? I think Umar will get the next shot. I don't think the UFC is actually, in quick motion to give Marab anything. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? I don't think the UFC actually like, Marab as a champion. Unfortunately, he was beating everybody, including Sean O'Malley. Their puppet master over there. So I think Umar would probably get the next shot. Let me see. Squid Games, yes, is behind me. Do you think Muay Thai is the best striking martial arts? I do. All right, moving on, guys. We got Neil Magny versus Yusuf Amozov. Okay. When it comes to Neil Magny, guys, Neil Magny has been in the UFC for a long, long time. You can actually consider Neil Magny a legend in the game. He has fought the who's who in that division, in his respected division. I mean, Neil Magny, every time he goes in there, I bet against him. Okay, even at his old age, I'm like, you know what? That old age is gonna catch up to Neil Magny one day, and guess what? He always proves me wrong. Okay, Neil Magny is a good mixed martial arts fighter. Good with his grappling. Good, with his Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills. Good with his striking. Keeps his distance really well. Neil Magny comes with huge, huge experience. Now, when it comes to Eurosolov, I can't pronunciate his name. I understand he comes from Bellator, has a lot of fights underneath his belt, but he's never fought under the UFC lights and the UFC banner, guys. Okay, I understand he has good striking as well, good cardio as well. He's a big guy. He likes to utilize his power. But I think Neil Magny will win this fight simply and plain because let me tell you something. Fighting under the UFC banner, that's a whole nother animal. And I think Neil Magny is already used to that. He understands what comes with fighting under the UFC lights. And I think Neil Magny will be able to utilize that and win this fight, guys. Moving on, guys. I'm picking Neil Magny. Moving on, guys. All right, we got let me see. Horrible opinion, laugh my ass off. UFC loves Marab. Well, I mean, if you say so. If you say so, but in my opinion, I mean, Marab, it took him such a long time to get the title. I mean, he had to beat champion after champion after champion just to get the title, until there was nobody left and it was just Marab. Okay, so that's the reason why I say, the UFC is not really a huge fan of Marab. But if you think that's a horrible take, you know what I mean. That's your opinion, my guy. Playing King Vaughn. That's what's up, man. I don't even know who that is. I doubt he was a king. Let me see. Don't talk shit. Play. Like I said, I don't know who that is. And I guarantee that guy was not a king. Let me see. We got Joanne Anderson. Wait, what is it? Joe Anderson Bruto. Okay, Joanne Anderson Bruto versus Melsik Bagdurizarian. Man, that's a tough one, man. Now, all right, when it comes to Bruto, look, he's fast, athletic, good grappler. He throws wild punches, wide ass wild punches, left and right. Uh And his ground game is a huge threat, to be honest with you, when it comes to Bruto. He's a good mixed martial arts fighter overall. You know what I mean? I mean, he's 1-2 in his last three fights. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to Milsek, he has aggressive strike. He's an aggressive striker. Uh, he's aggressive striker. He has good kicks. The only thing that I'm worried about Milsek is his ability to grapple. His grappling is not that well, and I think Bruto, he's just such a threat when it comes to you know grappling and fighting on the ground. I think Bruto will be able to take advantage of Milsek, especially if this fight hits the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Bruto to beat Milsek, most likely by submission, guys. All right, moving on from that one, guys. Okay. Moving on from that one, guys, we're going rapid fire with my UFC fight prediction, guys, right now. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Support the community. Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions, guys. Do me the favor. All right, we got Amanda Lumos, okay, versus Gillian Robertson. This is a tough one for me, man. I actually picked one of these girls, but then I had to really think about it, and then I had to switch my pick. So here we go, guys. We got Amanda Lumos. She's 1-2 in her last three fights. She's been around for a long time. Good mixed martial arts skills. Good Brazilian jiu-jitsu. She has power in her hands. Doesn't normally get a KO, but she has power in her hands. She has good striking as well. When it comes to Gillian Robertson, I mean, she's an okay striker. She has good, some good striking there. Uh, her grappling isn't that good. You know what I mean? And I don't know if her overall mixed martial arts skills are better than Amanda Lemos, but let me tell you something. Gillian Robertson is a dog, and she's running on some momentum. She's 3-0 in her last three fights. Her last fight was a KO. So let me tell you something. She's gaining some confidence here. I like Amanda. Amanda. I think she's better when it comes to her overall mixed martial arts skills. But I just think Gillian Robertson is a dog. You know what I mean? And I honestly, I'm gonna pick Gillian Robertson to take this one. I think she's gonna continue, with her winning streak and turn that 3-0 to 4-0. To be honest with you, moving on, guys. Moving on. Here we go, guys. We got Kennedy versus Marcus Buchecha. Okay, Kennedy versus Marcus Buchecha. Kennedy is 2-1 in his last 3 fights. He has power in his hands. Let me tell you something good. Okay, overall MMA skills. Mixed martial arts skills. He's okay. Basically everywhere. But when it comes to Kennedy, guys, he's just not reliable. All right. He's just not reliable. You can't rely on the guy to get the dub. But now when it comes to Marcus Buchecha, good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he's basically like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu master. So, you know what I mean? Good grappler, horrible striking, to be honest with you. 0-1, you know what I mean? 0-1 in his last, uh, yeah, 0-1 in his last, hmm. You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to change my pick right here. I'm gonna have to. I was going to pick Marcus Buchecha to win this fight. I really was. I was gonna pick Marcus Buchecha to win this fight, but I'm gonna go with Kennedy, guys. Even though he's not reliable, okay, I still think I still think he's going to be able to use that power. The only way Marcus wins this fight is if he's in there, he goes in there, he takes down Kennedy, and he's able to get a submission win. And that can happen, but I'm gonna pick Kennedy to go in there and actually use that power, utilize that power, and get a KO against Marcus, guys. I'm gonna pick Kennedy to win this one. F it. Whoa, Peter Yan for the upset, bro. Nobody's seen that coming. Yeah, a lot of people didn't see that coming. Not even me, to be honest with you. But let me tell you something. When it comes to, Peter Yan, I mean, phenomenal performance, guys. Phenomenal, phenomenal performance, guys. And that is just real. All right, guys. Moving on. We got Cesar Almeida versus Cesare Alaski. Okay, that's hard to pronunciate. When it comes to Cesar, he's 2-1 in his last 3 fights. He's a former pro kickboxer, high level kickboxer. Okay, very very good on the feet. Utilizes that nice kickboxing that he comes with, and that's how he usually gets his wins. And now when it comes to Cesar Orlovsky, he's a good striker. His striking is a little bit different. Is a little bit more boxing traditional. You know what I mean? He's an okay grappler. Uh, I think this is going to be a striking affair, guys. I think both these men are going to go in there and throw caution into the wind, and they're going to see who's going to knock each other out. And for that reason, guys, I'm going to pick Cesar Almeida to continue his winning streak. He's 2-1 in his last 3 fights. I think he'll turn that at 3-1. I just think his overall mixed martial arts is better than Arlovsky's. So I'm gonna pick Cesar Almeida to win this fight, guys. All right, guys. Where are we? Where are we? What's 11? Hold on a second, guys. I'm looking for 11 right now. All right, here we go. We got Gega Chick. Oh man, Gega versus Kevin. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it, guys. We got Gega versus Kevin. Gega, look, he's been around for a long time. Gega been around for a long time. He's fought the who's who in that division. He's only lost against top 10 fighters in that division. All right, great kicks. Utilizes his length and utilizes his kicks to keep his distance, and usually gets the finish. You know what I mean? He just has a lot of experience, man. A lot of experience. And when it comes to Kevin, yeah, he's good striking, powerful striking. It comes with good speed. So he's young. He's not slow. He's most likely going to have much more you know, quick reaction time versus Gega. But honestly, I'm gonna go with the experience, guys. I think Gega is gonna be able to go in there, utilize his full mixed martial arts skills, and beat Kevin, and most likely beat Kevin everywhere on the feet and on the ground. But most likely, this fight will stay on the feet, and I think Gega will take this fight, guys. All right, guys. We are in the main event of the evening, guys. The main event of the evening, guys. We finally made it here with my UFC fight predictions. Finally. Okay. We got Brandon Royale versus Manil Cape. This is a tough one for me, guys. A tough one for me. Because again, I don't think either of these guys are going to go for a takedown. And in my opinion, that last fight with Brandon Royale versus, Van, I actually thought Brandon Royale was winning that fight. Call me crazy, but I thought Brandon Royale was winning that fight, and I thought the judges were crazy to give it a Van just because you knock a person. He didn't even knock him out. He knocked him down in the last 10 seconds of the last round of the fight, and they give it to Van instead of Brandon Royale. But when in reality, I thought Brandon Royale was actually, picking Van apart in the first and second round. You know what I mean? Yeah, Van found some success in between those rounds, but I thought Brandon Royale definitely landed more combinations. But I digress, guys. Brandon Royale, you already know his style, lengthy, loves to utilize his ability to volume punch you. Great cardio. I mean, yeah, he doesn't come with a lot of power, but that cardio, man, is vicious. And Manio Cape, when it comes to Manio Cape, I mean, Manio Cape has pretty much the same game besides utilizing his length. I mean, he comes with power, good on the feet. You rarely see his grappling just because in order to utilize your grappling, you got to take down Manil Cape, and that's not an easy task. Man, but this is a tough one for me. This is a tough one for me. But guys, I'm gonna go with Brandon Royale. I'm gonna go with Brandon Royale just because, look, guys, I don't think he lost that last fight against Van, and I honestly think that last fight is in his mind, and he wants to make a comeback, and he wants to basically fight for that belt, for that strap once again against Van. Okay, and I think Brandon Royale will take this one out. Is it going to be a tough fight for Brandon Royale? Most likely it is, because Manel Cape he's phenomenal. Okay, he is phenomenal. But I think Brandon Royale will be able to take this as a 5 round fight. I think he'll be able to, utilize that cardio later on in the fight in the rounds against Manuel Cape. I'm going Brandon Royale, guys. All right, guys, that's my UFC fight predictions. Okay, that is my UFC fight predictions for this UFC fight night. Um, this is the last card, guys. The last card of 2025. The last card on ESPN. I mean, this is it, guys. This is the end of an era. Okay, enjoy this because after this card this Saturday, guys, we don't have another event for about 6.5 weeks, guys. Okay. So prepare yourself for that one, okay? Because if we're talking about a layoff, you know what I mean, right now, this will be one of the longest layoffs in mixed martial arts and UFC history, to be honest with you. 6.5 weeks. No UFC events, guys. Okay. No UFC events until January of 2026, guys. I can't even believe we're here. 2026, guys. Really? That's unbelievable, guys. When it comes to my UFC fight predictions for 2025, guys, my record stands at 284 wins and 188 losses, guys. That's 284 wins and 188 losses, guys. I'm happy with my record. Hopefully, with this being the last card, I can actually make a, you know, a perfect prediction. I have yet to have that. Okay, so hopefully, you know what I mean, I can make a perfect prediction card, and if not, it's okay. All right, 2025 is about to be a wrap, guys. Okay, until Taporia or Islam fights, this is gonna be fucking boring. Hey, man. I mean, we got a lot of exciting fights, man. What are you talking about? We got a lot of exciting fights coming in 2026, guys. And I do understand, in my opinion, I think Armin Sarukian should definitely be fighting Ilya Taporia, but I digress, guys. Okay? I digress. All right, mine is 12 and 3. That's your record? 12 and 3. That's what's up. Well, guys, right when you thought, okay, the award wasn't going to be given to Jamal Hill, guys, Jamal Hill finally wins back to back crash out of the year, guys. Jamal Hill won last year's crash out of the year. Okay? He won last year's crash out of the year in 2024. And in 2025, guys, right in the last second, in the last month of the year, Jamal Hill finally wins the award for crash out of the year. The reason being, guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this video, but it's been going viral. Okay? Apparently, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, yes, you heard me correctly, guys. Joanna Jędrzejczyk was, was, I guess, a little bit too tipsy, and she started, basically almost causing a fight between herself, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and Jamal Hill's wife. I'm not sure what the extent of that whole situation was. However, Jamal Hill got in front of the restaurant and told Joanna Jędrzejczyk, if you touch my girl, I'm going to fucking knock you out. That was basically word for word, verbatim, okay, of what Jamal Hill said, okay? He basically said the same exact thing that he said to his brother right before he put the turkey leg right down his throat, guys, okay? Facts, guys, okay? And Joanna Jędrzejczyk on the video said, what? You're going to do what? And let me tell you something. I'm a Joanna Jędrzejczyk fan. You know what I mean? So if I was there with Joanna Jędrzejczyk, I would have been like, what? What? Jamal Hill, shut your ass up, man. Your ghetto ass. You know what I mean? Your girl ghetto as hell too. Probably. Okay? But guys, back to back crash out of the year award goes to no one other than Jamal Hill, guys. 2024 and 2025, guys. Crash out of the year award. Jamal Hill, guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right when you thought nobody was going to win the award, in the last second, the last month of the last Paramount card, that's when Jamal Hill crashes out, guys. Taporia has better chance at winning with, we have seen Islam versus Volk and Dustin and happens him. I can't read what you just said, man. You wouldn't have said a damn thing to Jamal Hill, though. First and foremost, man, I'm just going to be real with you. I would say whatever I want to say to whoever the hell I want to say it. Okay? And if I'm in a restaurant, okay, and I'm with Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and a situation arises like that, I am going to tell Jamal Hill, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Yeah, I am going to do it. You think Jamal Hill is going to scare me? The only thing that scares me is nothing. Nothing. And you know why nothing scares me? Because I have a hell of a lot of bullets and I always carry mine on me. So regardless of what your profession is, whether you're a professional boxer or a professional office fuck, okay? If you start trouble with me, I usually gonna talk you off that ledge, okay? And as you proceed, all right, to get closer to death, I'm gonna proceed to try to talk you out of that situation, okay? But if I have no other means, okay, and you back me up into a corner, I guarantee I'm going to get out of there unscathed, guys. Unscathed. Okay? But best believe, okay, death will be upon that restaurant or wherever location I'll be at. Okay? You think Jamal Hill is out here like freaking Noah? Okay? In the Matrix? Huh? You think he's ducking and dodging bullets? There's no way, guys. Okay? So I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say, when I want to say it. Okay? Especially pertaining to this situation. Okay? Telling me I'm not going to say something. You funny. You're really funny. Jamal is going to be out for a year. Good. Hopefully he's out for 2 years. The guy should retire already. All right, to be honest with you. He's been getting knocked out after knocked out ever since he came back from that, Achilles heel, break. And let me tell you something. Even before the Achilles heel, he was a freaking paper champion. Okay, won the belt off of a dead body of Glover. Glover was way past his prime, guys. Okay, facts. Uh, what's your carry gun? My carry gun, I have two. I have two carry guns, but they're both 9 millimeters. I have two carry guns, and that's the dangers, right? That's the dangers of messing with a person like me. Is like, you think I only have one gun? You already lost. You already lost. But yeah, two 9 millimeters, two 9 millimeters. Okay. Yeah, Glover was 40 exactly. Glover was way past his prime, guys. Okay. Bragging about carrying a gun usually like you, dude. But what the fuck you on this morning? Seriously. First and foremost, guys, I'm not talking about anything. I wasn't talking about any guns. First and foremost, you brought up the fact that I wouldn't say anything to Jamal Hill. And what I'm saying is, you're wrong, buddy, because everywhere I go, it doesn't matter if I'm at a dinner table or at your local movie theater. Okay, I always have mine on me for protection. Always, always. I'm talking always. When I step out of my house, I always have mine. If I get out of my car, I always have mine. I always have mine. So that's what I'm saying. Okay? So that's the only reason why I brought up my gun. All right? Was because, first and foremost, I'll have it for safekeeping. All right? And for crazy people like Jamal Hill, who's going to crash out like he did. All right? And you said nobody likes this character, dude. Just go back to your old self when you were cool and chill. First and foremost, Lon, I don't know if that Lon, whatever guy. First and foremost, you could go watch my all my lives. I have over 800, close to 900 videos, including shorts. So what are you talking about? That this is a character? This is truly me. Okay. Yeah, I might be over dramatic at some points because I'm very, you know, I like to show my passion, right? But this is who I am, man. And if you don't like it, get the fuck off my channel. All right. And if you're calling me a character, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. All right, because you're watching me. Okay, you're watching me. I'm not watching you. Okay, so get that right. All right. Let me see. Oh, would you rather fight a bear or six hyenas? Six hyenas any day of the week. Six hyenas, man. Let me see. Islam beats them all. KO Volk in a second. He beats JDM on the feet. Uh, excuse me. Do you own an AR? I do own an AR. I do own an AR. I do own an AR, but that one never hits the streets. You know what I mean? Even though I could go outside, technically here in the state that I'm in, I could go outside with my AR. But that's for the house. You know what I mean? That's for if somebody is really trying to kill me and trying to rob me or do something to me or whatever it might be. That's really what I'm gonna use that for. Lon says, okay, 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 facts. It is facts. Okay, facts. Okay? Somebody investigate this guy, Lon, okay? Investigate the guy. Push says, apart from yesterday, which are the biggest upsets of the year? Oh my gosh, the biggest upsets of the year. Oh man, I'm not sure. I'm not sure from the top of my head, to be honest with you. You have to let me know, actually. Okay. Morale will never get the belt back. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the UFC is gonna let it happen. Jack, at Jack, I did. I said Jan will pull the upset, and not he did. But hot take, hot five takedowns against Morab and stuff. 29 takedown attempts. I was replying to a comment. Marab is enjoying. Marab is enjoy gay jacuzzi. Jan absolutely roasted him yesterday, or toasted him, roasted and toasted. If he says okay one more time, I'm going to unalive myself with my own carry. Now he will say okay again. Okay. Are you from Dagestan? Definitely not, guys. Come on now. Do I sound like I come from Dagestan, guys? Let's be real, guys. Okay. There's no way I come from Dagestan. Okay. Lon, send location for investigation. Exactly. Send the location so we can investigate the guy. Okay. My dream fight now is Jan versus Umar, but I think O'Malley beats Yadong. They'll give Sean the title fight, which is atrocious, guys. To be honest with you, but I could definitely see the UFC trying to pull that one off. I could definitely see the UFC trying to pull that one off. Sean O'Malley finally gets a dub, against Song Yadong. When in reality, he needs about 3 or 4 more wins before he even fights for the title. But the UFC, they're always doing their own bullshit. Let me see. I think we will see a new champion soon. Marab or Umar will beat Jan pretty soon. We shall see, man. I don't know how everyone turned against Marab after just losing one fight. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. In my opinion, I think Marab is still pound for pound. I understand he ended up losing against Peter Yan, but I mean, everybody has a tough day at the office. You know what I mean? You know, uh, everybody has off days, and unfortunately, it wasn't Marab's night. Unfortunately, it was not Marab's night. He is number one Dagestani wrestler champion. Got you. Number one Dagestani wrestler champion. Who give him? Can't wait to see AJ get put to sleep by Jake. You really think Jake is gonna really take that, guys? Come on, let's be real. Marab has zero finishing ability. 3 finishes in 16 UFC fights. Oh yeah, I totally get that. Marab, I mean, yeah, but I mean, he finished Sean O'Malley. You know what I mean? He's finished Sean O'Malley, and I was happy about that. And he almost finished Corey Sandhagen as well. So, let me see. Because he's boring. Okay. Everyone's sleeping on Jake. He bang AJ got no chin. I mean, it's different. You know what I mean? It's different, especially when we're talking about Jake and AJ. Two different species. I mean, we're gonna see who wins, but I think AJ has the more experience. Obviously. Let me see. O'Malley gave Marab his neck, bro. Yeah, I mean, you could say that, you know what I mean, but still, he submitted him, and that was the end of that. Okay, that's all she wrote. Marab needs to go 2 to 3 years Dagestan and forget because his wrestling sucked. I don't think his wrestling sucked, guys. I don't think his wrestling sucked at all. I think he used the same strategy excuse me, that he always comes with. Unfortunately, Peter Yan was just prepared. He was more prepared than any other fighter that ever fought Marab, and he made it look good. He made it look really, really good. So congratulations for Peter Yan, to be honest with you guys. Marab should retire and run marathon and Olympics. Henny, I don't know about that, man. I have no about that. I think Marab has more to offer than just running in the Olympics. Anyone seen Patty get KO'd in boxing match in the UK? No, no, Aaron, I have not seen that. I gotta go check it out now that you mentioned it. I do gotta see. I do gotta see that. You know what I mean? But yeah, in my opinion, Justin Gaethje might just leave Patty the Batty, guys. He just might do it. Brother, what you drinking? This is lemonade, guys. Okay, just a little bit of lemonade. All right, for your life, it won't be bad for you. Okay. Happened last week. AJ and Jake fight is just for money. It will clearly say in the clause not to hurt Jake, like Tyson, who ruined his legacy taking bags of cash to lose. Man, I hear you. Unfortunately, that's what's going on right now. You know what I mean? That is what's going on right now. This whole gambling situation as well is really stinking up the sport. You know, it makes you think who actually is rigging all these fights? Is it just the fighters? Is it the judges? Is it the referees? Is it a collective, consensus between people? I wonder. Charity boxing fight in UK. I gotta go check it out. Go check it out. Yeah, I'll go check it out. I'll go check it out. All right. Most likely he didn't get, KO'd in real life. But if he did get KO'd in real life, wowzers, huh? Aaron, you're taking the piss. LOL. That is hilarious. But yeah, guys, it's the mob, bro, rigging the fights. The Fertitta had ties to the mob. Oh, of course, of course. You know what I mean? I just wonder how deep does it go, though. You know what I mean? How deep does it go? No diddy. If you watch the fight closely, Jan was not expending energy by throwing shots in air. He was landing clear and effectively. Even now, I think Marab could beat anyone with his cardio. Yeah, I agree with that as well. I agree with that as well. You know what I mean? I thought Peter Yan came in there with a good game plan, and he utilized that great game plan to beat Marab, and that's the way it goes, man. Sometimes it goes that way. Andrew Tate versus Chase prediction. I think Andrew Tate takes that. I mean, he has phenomenal experience when it comes to kickboxing, and I just think Chase doesn't react well to getting hit in the face. And Andrew Tate, I mean, he's been hit in the face before, so he's gonna know how to take a punch, and if he even takes a punch, to be honest with you, because I think Andrew Tate goes in there and finishes him fairly quickly, to be honest. No, he did, bro. Go watch it. Patty versus GGG. My last bootleg pay per view LFG. What cardio, bro? Weight cut killed him. Hey, I hear you guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay, guys? Run up these likes, run up these subscriptions, support the community. It's easier than going to your local ATM, guys, okay? Come on now. Let's get it, guys. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is the end. This is the end of an era, the end of the ESPN deal, the end of pay per views, the beginning of the new Paramount era. Okay, no more pay per views moving forward. We got a White House card ahead of us, happening in 2026, I believe. 2026 seems to be unfolding really well. The UFC is booking, title shots after title shots that are just not deserving. You know what I mean? So just a mixture of a whole bunch of BS and entertainment all into one, guys, happening in 2026 and for the foreseeable future, guys. I'm liking your channel, bro. Very interactive, something that's missing in MMA. That's what I think, guys. Okay, that's what I think. I try to be as real as possible on this channel, and like I always say, guys, this is your channel. Okay, I am just a pilot. Okay, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right. Which hotel did you steal that bathrobe from? I stole it from who was it? Who was it? I think it was Hilton. Hilton is where I stole this from, guys. Okay. All right. Is Jake fight on his promotion? Is the Jake fight on his promotion? I have no idea, guys. Most likely is. Armin Straight getting punished, and Dana White lets it be known. That's crazy. What's crazy is that the UFC, they don't even do anything about it. They just let Dana White do whatever he wants. If Dana White has an issue with you, okay, he doesn't mind letting people know. Look at what's going on with Armin Sarukian. The only real reason why Dana White doesn't like Armin Sarukian is because Armin Sarukian is different. He's a rich, wealthy guy who really doesn't really need to fight for any titles, to be honest with you. The money that, the UFC pays Armin Sarukian is very little compared to what he can make, in his father's company, to be honest. And that's the real reason why Dana White hates him. Because he knows for a fact he can't do anything to punish him. The only way he could punish him is by keeping him away from the belt. But he can't punish him, by not giving him fights, because in reality, it doesn't matter. The guy's rich. And Dana White hates rich. Okay? He doesn't like that. All right? Let me see. Bit dodgy to me. What do you think of MMA guru bootlicking Tom Aspinall, still milking his eye injury, taking the easiest 3 mil ever? When it comes to MMA guru, I don't really watch his channel at all, but I do know he's totally biased, especially for specific fighters. You know what I mean? I remember the DDP fight. He was dressed as an African, guys. Okay, as an African, unbelievable. Yeah, so he's biased. He's a true fan, I guess. And when it comes to Tom Aspinall, I mean, Tom Aspinall is no champion. He's not a champion in my heavyweight division. That's for damn sure. All right, line them heavyweights up on a freeway and run them over. Okay. Besides Derek Lewis and Waldo Cortez Acosta, I have no interest for the heavyweight division. That's in shambles. Okay, straight awful. All right, throw out the rankings, guys. They don't mean shit. All right. Let me see. Breakdancing with Nina Drama fucked it up. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what fucked it up. You know what I mean? I know he had a back injury, and unfortunately, that back injury made him pull out, and now the UFC is punishing him for it. Is punishing Armin Sarukian for it, and it's unfortunate. Paramount is going to have to say in the card lineup. Rumor is Amanda Kayla. Amanda Kayla was the main event, and they rejected it. That is the rumor, guys. That is rumor, and actually, I'm happy that Paramount actually put their foot on the UFC's neck, okay, and basically said, "Are you crazy? For the first ever main Paramount event, UFC and Paramount event, you want Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes to headline? No way, Jose. It's not happening. You're gonna have to, dish out something better than this, okay? Because we paid top dollar, 7.7 billion to be exact, okay, for this deal. All right, so you better shell out some entertaining fights, all right, because that one right there, it doesn't do it for me. And I'm happy that Paramount actually held the UFC accountable. At least somebody is. But anyways, guys, you already know what this is. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, I'm out of here. This was my UFC fight prediction for the last card of 2025 and the last card on this ESPN deal. I'm out of here, guys. Until next time.